Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video. Want to highlight the new Steam game releases this week. Definitely headlined by a huge free game release, a free-to-play title that a lot of people have been looking forward to its official Western release. We'll talk about that. A couple of other hidden titles that do pique my interest, so we'll talk about all that. Remember, this is looking at Steam games only, so there is going to be a glaring exception of quite possibly the game that a lot of people are the most excited for this week, and that is Sifu. That game is coming exclusively to the Epic Game Store. I imagine it will come to Steam 6 months to a year from now. But yeah, with that being said, let's get right into it. Got 5 games to go over, so let's start off with Lost Ark. Yes, Lost Ark is finally dropping this week, and this is a game that so many people have been looking forward to. I remember talking about this game going back to like 2015. And I was super excited about it back then. Now we're finally going to get it on Steam. Now, I didn't play the beta, or was it the alpha? I think it was the beta that they just played. I mean, that would make sense. But it got a very strong reception. I mean, the game itself has an overwhelmingly positive reception on Steam right now. 97% positive. And obviously, this is a game that a lot of people will draw resemblances to a Diablo. Visually, it is a stunning game. The classes look like they have quite a bit of variety to them as well. So we'll see how it turns out. Remember that the official launch is February 11th, but they do have a variety of different Founders Packs available, and that will grant you 3-day early access to the game. And you can start playing tomorrow, February the 8th. There's the Bronze Founders Pack at $14.99, Silver Founders Pack at $24.99, Gold Founders Pack at $49.99, and Platinum Founders Pack at $99.99. Now, you guys might be surprised in thinking that, hey, who's actually buying the Platinum Founders Pack? That's $100. Well, it's actually the top seller on Steam right now, so a lot of people are picking it up. From what I heard, if you want to stay on a budget, the Gold Founders Pack is a decent pickup at $50. And does give you quite a bit of in-game content, but I think a lot of you guys will just wait until Friday so you can play the game for free. I will probably be picking up one of the Founders Pack and talking a little bit about the game because I have a bunch of friends that are picking it up as well, and they want to start playing tomorrow, so we'll see. You know, I haven't made up my decision yet, still playing Dying Light 2, so it depends on how far I get into that game by the end of today. That'll determine whether or not I'll pick up one of these Founders Pack. Alright, moving on from that, a couple of other titles that I think you guys should be aware about, maybe add to your wish list, maybe not day one pickups, but interesting titles. First up, we have Inua, A Story in Ice and Time. This is a game with a beautiful, beautiful presentation style. Really like the look of the game. The game itself is a point-and-click narrative game where 3 protagonists roam the same places in the far north decades apart. Explore each era, collect ideas, and influence their decisions to change the course of history. Again, this is a story-driven game. So, if you're not into that, maybe it won't be right up your alley, but it does look like it'll have a couple puzzles and things like that. It notes, go on an adventure in the far north of Canada, navigate through the ages, and interact with the past to change the present. In Inua, you'll need to unravel space-time to solve mysteries and guide the characters on their journey, move from scene to scene, era to era, and uncover events of the past, unearthing new ideas to influence characters' minds. Help the characters overcome the obstacles standing in their way and change the course of history. Again, a historical saga, the original and supernatural scenario is based on a very real story, and it's a story of ice and time, a fantasy tale based on incredible historical facts, an extraordinary story inspired by tales and legends as well. Again, great art style here. It'll be interesting to see what the game is priced at. Because I wasn't able to find that, but hopefully, you know, sub $20, I think it could be an interesting title to check out. Next up, here is OlliOlli World. This is a game that has definitely caught my eye, especially once again. This game, from a visual standpoint, has a very, very colorful look, more of a cartoony look, but I'm digging it. OlliOlli World is a bold new skateboarding action platformer that's bursting with personality. Flip and flow through the vivid and vibrant world, meeting colorful characters as you grind, trick, and air your way to discover the mystical skate gods. Again, this is a, you know, platformer first and foremost. Now, I wouldn't be expecting something like Skate here. It's a different kind of skateboarding game, but looks pretty cool. Note, super tight controls combined with highly refined gameplay to ensure a silky smooth ride. Not a pro, don't worry. OlliOlli World welcomes you with open arms, allowing new players to tear down streets and pull off sick method grabs without fear of face planting the curb. Think you've got what it takes? Achieve mastery through millions of unique levels in sandbox mode, or compete against rivals around the globe in leagues with a hugely deep combo system with over 100 moves. You've got a pretty unique world to explore here as well. OlliOlli World will be dropping at $29.99. It is a little bit more on the price point standpoint, but it'll be interesting to see how it turns out and how much longevity the game has. Now, the game does require a controller to play. Playing with a keyboard and mouse is not supported, so make sure you do have a controller if you are looking to jump into OlliOlli World. Next up, want to mention the FPS in Kingdom of the Dead. This one is going really under the radar, but I like the more hand-drawn look to the game. The game notes, immerse yourself in a dreadful hand-drawn horror world and push Death's armies back to the underworld. Definitely an art style that's not going to be for everyone and maybe off-putting to some people right out the gate, more of a darker look to the game. The game notes, a pen and ink-drawn horror FPS video game where you play as Agent Chamberlain, professor turned army general, now working for the secret government program known as Gatekeeper, whose main purpose is to defeat Death and his army. Close the gates of Death, exploring 8 remote locations along the U.S. East Coast, unique black and white hand-drawn visuals, 8 weapons, 22 plus enemies with old-school bosses, replayability like in the 90s with different goals at each difficulty level. Again, this one is scheduled for release on February the 10th. Lastly, I also do want to give a shout out to a game that's hitting early access, and that is Blood West. Blood West is described as an immersive stealth FPS horror set in a wicked Wild West brought back to life by strange native spirits who will explore and scavenge, build up your arsenal, and gain powerful perks, hunt your enemies quickly, or meet them guns blazing. Take back the frontier gunslinger. Again, this one very much of a retro style as well, however, visual presentation-wise, much different, so maybe this will be a little bit more up your alley. Again, this game is hitting early access, so it won't be its official release. The game has been in development since going back into 2019. And the game, notes, Blood West is already a fully playable game. All the gameplay mechanics are there. Most of the weapons can be found and utilized. A selection of varied enemies is present, as well as NPCs fully voiced. The first scenario should be able to offer you a nice few hours of playtime, especially upon the first playthrough, when you only start to find your way around the cursed frontier and find your own path leading to the first challenging boss. The free-roaming nature of the game, comparable to the Stalker series, makes replaying the scenario and trying a different approach quite enjoyable. Again, this one is hitting early access on February 10th. Another one to keep on your radar if you are a fan of FPSs. Again, Western vibe going on for this game as well. But that's going to do it for me. Again, this week, I think for most people, is going to be headlined by Lost Ark. If you're buying one of the Founders Packs, it'll be available on February the 8th. That is tomorrow. Free to play for everyone come February the 11th. So it'll be interesting to see the reception for that once it's available to everyone. OlliOlli World looks pretty interesting to me. A story in Ice and Time. That's another one to look out for. And a couple FPSs to round things out. That's going to do it for me. Let me know all your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you guys have a request for a future video, you can always leave that in the comments as well, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.